Hey guys, it's RodyT back with another Binding of Isaac video, and today I'm going to be doing another Eve run, just because I haven't been playing Eve quite often recently, and I would like to start getting some blue baby kills on a lot of the characters now, because I have both the Polaroid and the negative unlocked, so I have lots of potential routes to go for when doing my runs. I could go for the lamb to unlock Mega Satan, I think, but for now, I'm not going to worry about that, because going to the chest is always a lot of fun, because you get a bunch of items. Having Boiled Baby right off the bat is not particularly amazing, but I think Boiled Baby's good enough to just to exist, basically. He's just going to be sort of a value add. He's going to hopefully just hit enemies. You can't really aim Boiled Baby, and I don't even know like how he shoots. It just kind of like does shoot. Alright, we have the boss here. So I would like to get to the Horror Babylon state, so I am going to take some damage here actually, because this fight can be pretty difficult if you don't have a lot of damage. And I figured I might as well go to the Horror Babylon state on this room, because it also means I can get Dead Bird for some extra minimal DPS, but against the Haunt, I'll take all the damage I can get. So, Curse of the Lost is kind of unfortunate on this floor, because I don't know if I'm missing any special rooms or something, but I'm not really going to sweat it too much. Wire Coat Hanger on the first boss item is pretty good, especially since I already have great damage. So now basically I just need to find some soul hearts or black hearts, and I'll be pretty happy with this run. I don't like these big rooms because these spiders take 2 hits right now, even though my damage is pretty high. So it's going to take a while to get through this room. I can't even imagine trying to do this without Horror Babylon. That would be pretty miserable, I think. Alright, well I got through it just fine. We'll go to another big room. I was hoping this would connect to maybe the item room, but can't always be so lucky. Alright, these guys, honestly, they just go down instantly. I did not mean to pick up that HP. I think I could open this chest and not compromise the deal with the double chance, which did happen. So I guess I'm glad I left that chest there. And honestly, that was one of the first time those mimic chests, I think they are, it's helped me out. Normally they're just kind of a pain, and like you never want to open them. So I'll go for the pin fight here. I don't think pin will be too difficult, especially with my damage. And I will go with deals with the devil, just because I would like to stay on as little HP as possible. So what I'm going to do is not die, first of all. I'm going to go for the 9 lives pickup, and then I will take Ocular Rift. Just because I can, basically. And it also means I'm going to be staying at 1 heart for the near future, at least. And I still need to go back for the item room. Having 9 lives does let you go for a lot of deals with the devil that you normally wouldn't be able to. So I am glad I picked this up. And I think it synergizes pretty well with Eve, honestly, because you want to be at 1 heart as much as possible. So I know I left that soul heart over there. I just didn't want to risk losing it in this room. I wanted to have some protection for my deal with the devil on the next floor. So Spoonbender is, of course, a pretty good item. Does lead to a lot of cool synergies, potentially, if I get like Brimstone or something, or even Mom's Knife. I know, shocking that the good items work with good items, but you know, I'm not mad that Spoonbender decided to show up. It will make this run quite a bit easier, I think. So now I don't even have to worry about picking up red HP, which is pretty nice because on Eve, sometimes it's annoying having an extra red heart and then trying to keep your Horror Babylon state going. So I'm glad I don't really have to worry about that. So this run's looking very good for being on the 3rd floor. And Infestation 2 is a extremely good pickup. It does mean I'll get tons of blue spiders. And in my opinion, it's like almost as good as having Guppy, except of course I don't get the spawn flies on hit or the flight. Having a bunch of blue spiders spawn after killing enemies though is still really good. So I can't go in the shop right now because I don't have any keys. But I don't have any money either, so there's not really a point to me going in the shop. Unfortunately, my blue spiders aren't really going to do much here, but at least I'll have some stockpiled up for future rooms. Here's the boss. I think I'll be able to take it on just fine. It's the hollow, and it's the golden hollow, which will just drop a bunch of money. Can't really be too mad that it showed up. And that was a pretty easy fight. I obviously can't go for the placenta pickup here just because it will compromise my Horror Babylon. And instead of backtracking, I changed my mind. I'm just going to go to the next floor. I have done Boss Rush and Hush on Eve, so I don't really have to be too mindful about the time. But why waste time on a floor when you don't always have to, especially when the run's already in a great spot? Although I do know, like, obviously the run still can get better. Like, we're only on the 4th floor here. But, you know, I'm sure you've had runs like you don't really feel like backtracking, especially when they're already very good. That's kind of what I'm feeling like right now. So I'm glad to have homing tiers here because it means I can be a relatively far distance away from these guys and not have to worry about aiming my tiers, which made that room a lot easier. Alright, so for item rooms, I don't really know what kind of item I need on this run. Maybe some sort of like soul heart enabler, like PJs, for example, or cancer. Well, that was funny. I was literally about to say PJs, and it just happened to show up. I promise this isn't pre-recorded. That might have made it seem like it is. That was pretty funny. Alright, we have the husk here. Hopefully I can get a deal with the devil from this. That unlocked little Chad, I think. And I did get a deal with the devil, which has Guppy's Paw, which I will take. And the rest of this, I don't really want. Like, I know Mom's Knife is good and yeah, but honestly, I don't think I need it, and I did just recently have a Mom's Knife run, so why not switch it up a bit? So I still need to go to the item room on this floor, and I could also potentially go to the shop because I have enough money to do so. So I'll check out the item room. Telepathy for Dummies is highly irrelevant actually because of Spoonbender. Hopefully I can get a key here. I do want to go in the shop. I did get a nickel, but no key. I'm sure there's other ways I can get a key on this floor. But for now, I'm just gonna move on to the next floor, I think, unless there's a key in the secret room here. I accidentally just tabbed out there. I almost got hit by the bomb because of that, but thankfully I avoided it. I'll check for a second secret room. Unfortunately, Didn't find any, so I'm just going to move on here. And now I'm one item away from being Guppy, which is pretty exciting because Guppy runs are always a lot of fun. So if I won't be too upset if another Guppy item decided to show up right now, like especially like, you know, Guppy's head from like a golden chest would be nice, or Guppy's tail, so when I go to the chest I can get a bunch of items. There's not really any Guppy items I wouldn't want right now, honestly. Like Guppy's hairball is not an amazing Guppy item, but at least it doesn't negatively impact me. So we got the item room here. I do have a key, which means I will go to it, of course. And the finger is a pretty solid item. It's not amazing, but it'll get the job done. So now, more than anything, I do want to check out the shop. And honestly, I think I would use my money to donate instead of buying anything, because I'm not sure if you can tell, but this run's already in a very amazing spot. Alright, well, looks like I chose every wrong way towards the boss, which is a classic from the womb. Of course, I always pick the wrong way in the womb. So that was the first bit of damage I've taken in a while there. I was hoping to sort of minimize my damage on this run, but I think it's fine. So there is a gold chest here. I will go for it because could potentially have a Guppy item in it. Okay, I gotta stop taking dumb damage here. Oh, I didn't even see this guy here. So that chest is opened. There's a stone chest here. I'll try to blow it up. And I can't really say no to some more money. Hopefully the shop doesn't have greed in it. That would be kind of upsetting, honestly. Alright, here's the shop. I'm just gonna... Well, I can blow this up and maybe get a nickel. And an extra deal with the double chance. And I will donate as much as I can here. And that unlocked a red candle. So I will just buy BOGO bombs. Basically because why not? Okay, that golden chest spawned in a very unfortunate spot, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'll blow up this guy to get a better deal with the devil chance. And we'll just fight the boss here. The gate should be pretty easy. He's a stationary enemy, so I can just kind of shoot here, and he can't really do anything. I know he does have his brimstone shot, where he will shoot all the leapers he spawns. I just gotta be careful of that. And I did get a deal with the devil. Unfortunately, there wasn't another Guppy item. So what I'm thinking is I could get the conjoined transformation here because I have 9 lives. So I think I will just do that because conjoined plus homing tears is very good. And we'll just move on to the next floor here. And I could use Guppy's Paw to protect my deal with the devil chance. I guess I should have gone to the boss trap room first. That was sort of a misplay on my part. And I think the conjoined transformation was a smart decision. It sort of triples my damage in a way because as long as I'm hitting my tears will hit 3 times as much, obviously, which will make me in turn do more damage. Hopefully I get another Guppy item to show up. Also, hopefully this is the secret room. It is, which means I can get to the curse room and the boss trap room. So unfortunately there wasn't a Guppy item in here. But let's see what's in here. And I'm going to blow up this statue too. Cat of Nine Tails is worth fighting some bosses for. Definitely. Even if it is the adversary, he went down relatively quickly compared to a normal time you'd fight the adversary. So I'm pretty pleased with that. The cage should actually be not too big of a threat either. Alright, well, still hoping up for that guppy item, but right now this run is looking insanely good. This may be one of those runs that I just decided to do boss rush just cause, although it does highly depend on what items are in the boss rush, because I don't really want to do boss rush, but if there is a good item in there, I wouldn't not do boss rush. So, okay. Ocular Rift is making it a little difficult to get these sacks. I'm not really going to worry about that too much. We'll check what's in the shop here. The battery I don't really need, and I also don't really need remote detonator, so I'm not going to worry about those items. So I still need to go to the item room. And I also will blow up these skulls in case I get more HP. Unfortunately, I didn't, but if there's a lot of skulls grouped up like that, I think you have to go for the bomb play there just in case they do pay out. Because having extra HP would be pretty nice. I will go for knockout drops, even if it does make my tiers do a lot more knockback than I would like them to. The fact that I have homing tiers should mitigate that, but we'll see. So I'm already on Mom. I didn't even realize this. I thought I still had another floor to go. But it looks like I don't. So obviously, I just need to be careful of Mom's foot here. I can just hang out in the middle and shoot all the enemies on the side, and that ended up being okay. I'll grab the Polaroid. Let's see what's in here. Eve Mascara, Virgo, Gemini, Monster Manual, and the rest of these items in the middle. I don't think any of those are really worth doing boss rush for. You could argue for Eve's Mascara, but I think my damage is already good enough right now for me to worry about that. Alright, so now I just need to get to the end of the womb ASAP. And hopefully I don't pick the wrong direction every single time like I always do. Right now, honestly, more than anything, I'm hoping for a bunch of keys, because keys will let me open chests when I get to the chest. And the more keys you have, the more items you can get. Also, Guppy's tail, as I mentioned before, I wouldn't be too upset if that showed up. There's another key. You want to usually have at least 4 keys when going up to the chest, because you do have 4 chests right at the start of it, and every chest on the chest will turn into an item. There's not really a real need to explore the womb unless I need or I want to find a library, because there's not really anything that can really spawn on the womb. At least not that I can think of. Well, I know you can get an Isaac's bedroom, which does lead a lot of the time to a crawl space, but the crawl spaces aren't particularly amazing, so I'm not really going to worry about it. Blast assist here should go down extremely quickly. I do like that I don't really have to put myself in any danger to shoot any of these enemies. See what's in here. I think I've got to go for the pentagram. And, I don't know if I want Eye of the Occult, honestly. I think I'm going to pass on it. Just because I already like my homing tiers, I don't really feel like I need to control them, even if it is a damage up. So hopefully on this floor I can get another Deal with the Devil, so I can get Guppy. Although it's not looking too likely that's going to happen right now. Okay, this room is potentially a threat. But I managed to not get hit there. Those red ghosts are quite annoying a lot of the time. Alright, I like these yellow spider spawners because it means I'll get tons of blue spiders to spawn after I kill all of them. Ultra Pride is actually quite good. Never mind. I did want to get the left hand because it would give me a much better chance of getting Guppy. Unfortunately, I think I killed them in the wrong order for left hand to not drop, because normally, like, you always get it. But I killed Florian instead of Ultra Pride first. So I will take the rusted key, even though I don't really need keys. Having more keys I don't think is a bad thing. And the slow tiers have been nice. But I think I'll be able to survive without them. Okay, this room will be pretty good for me. As you can see, I sort of just spawned myself an army there. And I don't really know what to say about this run that hasn't already been said. Like, it's just been quite good overall. One thing I need is one more Guppy item. I think I've already done Delirium on Eve, so if a Delirium portal shows up, I don't think I really need to do it. There's not a real point to fighting Delirium on a character when you've already done them, I think, so I'm not really going to worry about it. So here we have It Lives, which I finally remembered to call it It Lives instead of Mom's Heart for the first time. And my damage should make this a pretty quick boss fight, especially if all these blue spiders decide to hit It Lives, which they did, thankfully. I didn't get to deal with the devil, but it's not the end of the world. We'll go up to the cathedral here, and I'll be on my way. So if anything right now, I also would want more damage, which might seem like I don't need damage right now, but there's definitely runs you can get a lot more damage than I currently have, as I only have 8 damage. So a lot of my damage is also being made from the blue spiders I'm spawning and Rotten Baby. I will take as many soul hearts as the game will decide to give me, of course. I suppose I should go back for that key. But I did already find Isaac, which was pretty quick. Alright, we'll fight Isaac here. I don't think Isaac will be that bad. All the Ocular Rift portals should make dodging a little bit easier. But I did just get hit, so I think my argument may be a little invalid. Alright, and Isaac's already almost done. And then we'll go up to the chest for the very first time. That unlocked Eve's Birdfoot, which is not a great trinket. So let's see what I get from these chests. I will go for Spelunker Hat, but Dr. Fetus does scare me, so I don't know if I really want to take Dr. Fetus. You know what? I'll go for the Dr. Fetus pickup if the game decides to let me go back for it. Just because I don't think I've had it in a run yet, so it could be cool to see. And, okay, Curse of the Maze keeps teleporting me around. I would just like to pick up my Dr. Fetus, if possible. And homing bombs, I think, are pretty good. Especially also since I have Bob's Curse. Which will make my bombs poison based. Alright, just let me pick up Dr. Fetus. Thank you. And now I just need to be careful about blowing myself up. But I am gonna just like one-shot every enemy with like, if all 3 bombs hit, almost nothing stands a chance except for maybe Blue Baby. And I just can leave big poison clouds everywhere, which is also pretty nice. Just some extra damage. And for once, those ghosts ended up not being an issue. I'll take the Black Bean, just because why not? And I don't want to play this guy. I don't really want anything from that guy. I don't even know what just hit me. But it's not the end of the world if I get hit once or twice. We'll check out the secret room. I said, we'll check out the secret room. I suppose I can't really say no to picking up some free money. And although my HP is a little low right now, I still have 9 lives plus Guppy's Paw, which will give me quite a lot of HP if I do die. But here's the Blue Baby fight. Typically Blue Baby is easier in Isaac, but I did blow myself up there. So I just need to be careful about doing that. Thankfully I do have 9 lives. And looks like Blue Baby is defeated. And just like that, that's my first chest win ever on the save file. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. It looks like I just unlocked Mega Satan there, so maybe I can do that in a future run. I hope you enjoyed the run. Leave a like if you did like it, and subscribe to let me know you want more. So I'll see you guys in the next run.